guys, welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your girl Bre Jahmella. If you are here for the first time, guys, welcome to my channel. And if you are a subscriber already, guys, thank you for coming back again and supporting yet another video. As you can see from the title, today's topic is a little bit more on a different side. As I told you guys before, I want to change up the type of things that I talk about on this channel, and I just want to talk about more stuff that I can relate to at this moment in my life. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts with you guys and some of the things that I'm doing personally and see if you guys are on the same type of time that I'm on. So if you haven't already, please make sure you like, subscribe, of course, comment, check out my other videos so you can check out some of the other content that I've posted before, okay? But we're gonna get right into this video because this video gonna be a little long, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is why I chose celibacy. So I chose celibacy, or to be abstinent, because I just felt like, one, I wanted my relationship to God to grow. Like, I was going to church and I'm like, I'm going to church, I'm reading my Bible, I am praying, God is blessing me with things, and I felt like I was not living the life that I should have been living, to me. Everyone has things that they believe in, what your religion that you believe in, and I'm not knocking it, but for me, it was just, you're doing all these things and God is blessing you, but in a sense, I feel like I didn't deserve some of the blessings that I was getting, if that made any sense, because as I always say, God will bless us with things that we don't even deserve, you know what I mean? So, I just felt like I wanted to get a better relationship with God. I wanted to really get to know myself. I wanted to build my career, finish school, really pick me. I want to pick me. Like, I wanted to say, you're it and you deserve better. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew that what God had in store for me, or what the journey was, the path was, it was going to be top tier. Top tier, Like, I don't know if you ever had that feeling. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you ever knew, like, your life gonna be lit. Like, I just always knew my life gonna be lit. Like, I just don't know. Like, I know the journey is starting, but I'm just like, I just know my life gonna be so lit. Like, I just feel it, and I don't know, it's an odd feeling, but I just know, like, I'm gonna be blessed. Like, God has blessed me, He continues to bless me, and I just know that it ain't done yet. Like, He ain't finished yet. I always say He ain't finished yet, He just getting started. But that's not even cocky, that's just knowing the God that I serve. But the reason, as I said before, I chose celibacy was mainly because I wanted to get a better relationship with God. I wanted to choose me. I wanted to choose myself. I wanted to build my career, as I said, keep just doing things for me, that I was so focused on other people and doing other things that I lost sight of myself, and it really resonated with me. Like, hold up. Once I stopped doing all those things, it was like, hold up, all right. Like, you have more time to think about things. You have more time to be a better judge of character, when you take certain things off the table. And that's just one of the reasons that I decided to choose celibacy now, or abstinence, whatever you guys want to call it. And I said, this is not for everybody, but this was a personal choice for me. So another topic I want to touch on is being transparent. Like, I feel like people are so scared to be transparent about the choice that they've made to be celibate, or be a virgin, or abstinent, whatever you want to call it, as I keep saying. Never be afraid to tell someone just what you don't want to do anymore, or what you don't do anymore, There's a reason you chose to go down this path. There's a reason you chose to abstain from doing these things anymore. Like, there's a reason. You didn't stop doing it just because you're like, okay, well, it's Tuesday and I'm going to stop doing this. No, you sat down, you looked within yourself and said, this is something that I personally no longer want to do, right? So never let anyone make you feel like you have to do something or go along with something because you're tempted or you're in the moment. Let people know, like, listen, this is a part of my life that I no longer do because of A, B, and C, if you want to tell them. And if you don't, be like, it's a personal choice. I don't have to explain, So always be transparent. Whether you're getting into a relationship, you're already in a relationship, like be very transparent with the people that you are associating with, even with friends. If you feel like you're not strong enough to even talk about topics of that nature, don't talk about them. Let your friends know, like, hey, that part of my life is done for right now, and I don't want to discuss it. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say, nah, love, I'm good. It's okay. No one could do anything to you. Like, it's good. Trust me. So some of my favorite responses that I've gotten since I've told certain people that I decided to be abstinent or celibate is, well, why are you abstinent? Why are you celibate? You've already done it already. You've already had sex. Why do you care? It doesn't make a difference now. To you.
Because it's disrespectful. To you. It is disrespectful
to
for
you.
One woman.
It doesn't make a difference to you. But to me, it makes all the difference in the world. You get what I'm trying to say? To me, it makes all the difference in the world. Because I know I'm at a place where I want to live right. I want to do right. To me, like that's what was important to me. Everyone has their own standards that they live by. And this is one that I feel like I want to live by. I do not want to participate in those activities until I am married, okay? Because it was meant to be something that was sacred. But don't worry, I got a video coming on that just now. Just give me a second, but I got a video on that just now. But I've gotten some responses like, as I just said, you don't need to wait, or you don't need to stop it. You could continue to do it. No, it's not doing anything for me. Literally, it's really not doing anything for me. I've gotten, oh, well, when you do meet your husband and you get married, and what if it's not good? Child, the prayer is so turned. You got a little dance. The prayer is so turned. When they come through, child, I ain't even worried. I ain't worried. When they come through, child, I know when he come through, I'm not even worried. I know it's gonna be top tier. Because the prayer is top tier. So, no Sierra, it is top tier. Because I know when he comes, when it's time for him to get here and we doing all the jizz and we're married and all of this stuff, I'm not worried about that part because I know God's gonna take care of it, because I'm being obedient. I'm being, I'm doing as much as I can to not fall short of his glory. You know what I mean? So I ain't worried about that part. And don't let anybody make you feel worried about that part either. The right person, y'all just gonna click. I'm telling you, but you gotta have that faith. You gotta have that faith that's gonna click. See me, my faith is on 10. Like I trust it, I believe it, I trust God. I just know. I just know it's gonna be. So I'm not worried when people say, oh, they just negative energy. Like, I don't need that. Because all it is, positivity. You're not gonna understand that. Because why? You're feeding negative into the positivity that I'm doing when it comes to being celibate or abstinent. People are not gonna get it. And you don't have to allow them to get it. You don't have to explain yourself. Just be like, yo, I got this. Like, I ain't worried. Don't let anybody put those negative energy or those negative thoughts in your head to make you feel like what you're doing is not worth it, because it is. So another part of celibacy for me was righting my wrongs. Now, I didn't do everything by the Bible. I look back at my life and sometimes I'm just like, child, I wish I did, because there were certain people that would have never crossed my path. Like, I would have just never talked to them. You know what I mean? So I just really, look back at sometimes and say, God, I understand why you say wait until marriage. There's a reason that he says that, because he is preventing a lot from happening within our lives. There's certain people you weren't even supposed to even get to know. But because, we just doing the most, we just get to places and do things that we should never done. And that's just how I look at it, right? But I understand the meaning of why we should wait. I understand the meaning of all of the things that I could have prevented waiting to get married. So for me, it's just, righting my wrongs and just living better, doing better, being that person of what I believe in, what I feel like is right to me, what I feel like is right to, like, me going to church and reading the Bible and, what I feel like. Because as I said, everybody is different. So please do not chew my head off in the comments, child. But I'm just saying, this is something that I personally feel like is one of the reasons another reason that I chose to go on this path, go on this journey, because I just want to be able to accept my blessings and say, okay, God, I ain't perfect. Far from a saint. God no, I'm far from a saint. But he see that I'm trying. He see that I'm trying to do better, be better, live better, just be a better person overall as a whole, to my friends, to my family. Just be that better person in general, So that's another reason why I'm just like, yeah, living that life and living the life that I want to live, it was a tug and war. So I'm just like, what were you getting from that life? And what are you getting from this one? So I'm like, I'm happy over here. I'm stress-free over here. The mental health is intact over here. So we were staying over here because having sex and doing all these things, half the time you're miserable. You're in some situationships that you shouldn't even be in. Like, it just was things that didn't make sense. Like, the math wasn't mathing. And I'm just like, it's a no for me. Like, it just wasn't making any sense. So I'm like, I'm not gonna live a life where I'm genuinely not happy just to keep this part of my life. You know what I mean? Like, when I realistically look at the people that I've dated, I would have never dated some of them. Probably most of them. Not even gonna hold you. And that's not even on a disrespect. That's just, I would have never dated you because the mindset was never, marriage, or I would have never dated you. Most of the people you dated because you're just attracted to them. And at that point in my life, obviously that ain't working. Like, my idea of just, you look good, that's not cutting it anymore. Well, it's been not cutting it, but we're not gonna talk about that. But it's just not cutting it. So that's a no-go. Complete no-go. So, realistically, you gotta look back on it and say, would I even dated Tom? Would I have dated Bob? Would I have dated Jerry? Would I have dated Brandon? You probably would never dated them. Or even look their way. Because you knew you were only gonna sleep with them. Or you were gonna mess with them in that way. Like, they weren't even on your level, like, or to your standards. So sometimes I like when people sit back, think about it. Would you even talk to this person? Probably not. And that's something you gotta be realistic with yourself on. Probably not. It's to the point where I've actually stayed with people that I thought I loved. Child, you look back, I didn't even love you. Like, I sat back and I said, okay, take away the physical attraction. What was there? Child, it's so sad to say it, but it was nothing there. Like, it was nothing there. Like, you think you love someone, but if you take away the sex, what's left? What is the foundation of that situation or relationship? What is the foundation? Because a lot of times there is none. And you gotta be true to you and to yourself and know that and be able to spot it out. And it took me a long time to get it. But I made it. And I accepted it for what it was. And like, yo, you wasted your time. But it's fine. Because every lesson, every situation has a lesson. Let's put it that way. So I don't regret it. I'm just more so, you're smarter now. You're wiser now. You've experienced, you've learned, Don't make the same mistakes. So just, you gotta be real with you. You gotta be real with you. You gotta really sort it out. If you're in a relationship right now and you're like, if I take away the sex, what's there? A lot of times you're like, nothing. You need to check that. Cause that's no good. At all. Not good at all. No good. But that one was a big thing for me. Realizing that there was nothing there in these relationships and I had to cut them deuces up. So I want to give you guys some benefits that I found were important when it came to being celibate. One of the things I learned was you learn what you are okay with, what you will and will not do, okay? What you will not compromise on. There's certain things that I've realized I've done in the past, I'm just like, yeah, you would have never did that if you were in the right mind. You would never did, like I genuinely could say I would have never did that. Or how did I do that? Or why did I do that, you know? So you kind of learn your boundaries. You know, like you just like, yeah, I'm not crossing that line, you know what I mean? So that's a great thing. Also, you learn to love yourself differently. Like I love myself. I don't even know if it's possible to love myself the way I do now. Like it's top tier. Top tier. Wasting time, wasting your energy. Not no more. You are no longer wasting your time and your energy, because at this point, you know what you deserve. You know what you're capable of. You know what you bring to the table. Okay, so you will no longer be wasting your time nor your energy. You feel a sense of peace, a sense of joy, happiness. You're not worried about who cheating on you. You're not worried about what Brandon doing, or Jerry, or Tom. You could care less, because why? You know that you ain't sleeping with nobody. You're not at home like, oh my God, I wonder what he's doing. Or you don't care. And that goes for men and women. You don't care because you didn't give them that important, that sacred piece of you. You kept that for you or for the person that deserves it. Okay? So you're not sitting here worried about that. Also, I wrote this down. I said, understand your purpose and your path, you know? Because eventually that person's gonna come along. And you're not gonna have as much time to yourself as you want, because you're gonna be focusing on them. You know, you're gonna be giving them a piece of you, a part of you. You're not gonna have all of you to yourself anymore. So enjoy this journey that you're on. Enjoy it. I'm enjoying my company. I'm enjoying making my own self laugh. I'm enjoying who I am as a person, and as I'm growing and learning about myself. I've never thought I would enjoy it as much as I do now. Like I absolutely enjoy who I am and who I'm becoming. I'm loving it. It's working for me, you know? And when you meet that person, you're gonna be able to give them the best of you, the best of the best, okay? Because you worked on you and you focused on you and you know who you are and you know what you want. You just know more. Your head is clear, okay? So keep that in mind. Guys, so I have some tips on surviving celibacy or abstinence or whatever you want to call it. Child, pray. The first one is pray. Like when you feel lustful thoughts, anything, pray. I don't care who you believe in, what your religion, pray that you can get through it. You know, pray that you got the strength, that you won't give in, okay? Now I have a scripture for, you know, my Christians, but I have a scripture for you, whether you're Christian or not, or you believe in it. I'll put the scripture on the screen, but it was something that stuck out to me. It was 1 Corinthians 10:13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, okay? But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So basically what the scripture is saying is, it's gonna happen. Like you're gonna get tempted. You're going to feel certain ways, but God will provide a way out in order for you not to be pulled in, if that makes any sense. So you're gonna be tempted. You're gonna want to do things. It's going to happen. That's inevitable. But, you know, but God, child, He will make a way when there is no way. And He will pull you back in so that you won't be pulled in to the thing that you're trying to get away from, okay? So just keep that in mind. Also, no countdowns. You saw in this video, I actually had to think about how long it's been. No countdowns. Do not count down, because you're gonna be focused on when is she coming? When is Mrs. Right coming? When is Mr. Right coming? Don't focus on time. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the path. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it all. Also, what I've learned lately, a lot. Guard what you listen to and what you watch. I know that sounds really crazy, but depending on the person, if you're a strong person and you go watch stuff and it doesn't make you feel away, by all means, go ahead. But if you feel like certain things you watch, like on television and stuff like that, like if they're very provocative or whatever the case may be, don't even indulge in it, because you know you're gonna start feeling some type of way. So just cut it off from the beginning. Cut it off. Just don't even indulge in anything you know that might tempt you. Don't talk to anybody from your past. Your past, the past for a reason. Leave it there. It's a reason it didn't work out. Okay? So keep that in mind. Now, what I want to leave you guys off with when it comes to this video is, don't make your friends, society, family feel like because you're not slinging your cooch to get a bag or a car, that you're boring or you're whack. You know what you deserve. Or men, don't let anybody feel like because you're not slinging peen that you know what you deserve, and you are upholding yourself to a more higher standard. You have discipline, okay? I consider having discipline. You're putting yourself in a place where you're like, you are not going to do this because you want to reap your benefits. You know, you want your blessings, you want your happy ending. So don't let anyone make you feel like because you're not doing these things that you just boring or you whack, because you're not. Also, people will laugh at you. Oh, child, I've gotten that so many times. People will laugh at you. But what I always say, when I got my husband and I'm happy, y'all gonna be high. Because I waited. Because I knew he was coming. And you could say the same thing. When your husband get here, when your wife get here, you could be like, y'all was in that struggle of. But I am happy because I waited. I knew what I deserved. I knew what I brought to the table. You get what I'm trying to say? So let them laugh, because your time is coming. And when you pop out, you popping all the way out. I always say, when I pop out, it's either go big or go home. So when I get my little husband, I repeat, top tier. Y'all already know you're gonna be top tier. Like I get excited thinking about it because I know you're gonna be top tier. But it's neither here nor there. But guys, I'm on this journey with you, and we're in it to win it. Okay? So guys, I want you guys to drop your comments. What did you think about this video? Do you guys agree with the things I've said? Do you feel like celibacy is something that you'd want to do? Do you feel like abstinence is something you'd want to do? Like, what is your thought process on this? Drop your comments on if you're on this journey with me, because we in it. We doing this, you know? And just be proud of who you are and what you're doing. You're worth it, and you deserve everything that's coming to you. Everything. All the blessings, all the happiness, you deserve it. Because you chose you. You chose your relationship with God, if that's what you believe in. You chose what you believe in. You chose yourself. Most importantly, you chose you. You chose yourself. Just always think about that. You chose yourself. You chose to be happy. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, please make sure that you like, subscribe, you comment, and you share, okay? Turn on those bell notifications so you know when I drop a new video, guys. The topics are gonna keep rolling. They're gonna keep being hot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Have a productive week.